Yeah, just let me ask you about this fella, Uruguayan player Torreira, who they signed relatively cheaply. I'm not sure if you know the exact figure. I think it was about 25 million, which compared to 58 million for Fred and Manchester United is a bargain. He's a terrific little player, a terrier, isn't he?
He's great, Eamon. He really is. And I saw him play for Juventus, or against Juventus for Sampdoria the season before he came. And he's everywhere. He blocks holes. He gets tackles in. He bursts forward.
Scored a good goal.
Now, he's as good. Yeah, I wouldn't say now he's as good as Kante, but he's that kind of player.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
And he uses the ball. It usually goes forward when he passes it. And, everybody in that midfield are benefiting from his presence. He really is a top player. He's only 5'5". It's great to see, really.
Yeah, and he's only 23, I think. So he's a player that will be there for a long time and could, be part of a really good side. John, you watched the Spurs match and were you as impressed as Liam?
Oh, very good, Eamon. Very good. There's a pace about them. All the things that you'd be looking for. I don't think they could play like that with Ozil, to be quite honest, Eamon.
Yeah.
And this lad coming in, you can imagine Torreira
yeah.
in his place, and like a bit of life and a bit of go. I never believed in the Ozil on his day and all that stuff. You want people like him in there battling and going, and he's gotten the other players doing it as well.
Yes.
And as Liam said, I thought a big change at half time when he put Lacazette on.
Yeah.
Along with
I like Lacazette. He's a quality player, isn't he, John?
Yeah, I'd leave the two of them up there, Eamon. They're a good combination, and okay, you lose something in midfield, but you gain it up there. But I think the balance that they have now, even Xhaka's playing well. He's a bit of life about him, a bit of go about him. So I think this fella's done a great job at Arsenal.
Yeah.
And I think they'll get better and better as they go on.
Yeah.
Eamon.
Now,
and the young lad that came on, Liam, the young kid.
Oh, he's very good, John.
Yeah, Guendouzi.
Guendouzi, is it, Liam?
Guendouzi. Well, I call him Guendouzi. Yeah.
Did he come through the academy, Liam?
No. To be fair, it's this Sven Meslintat who's in charge of all the ins and outs now. Is the guy that found him in the lower French first division team, I think.
Right.
And he's really come in, and he's got a lot of energy about him, and put him and Torreira in the middle of the park, and the opposition know they're going to be closed down and they're going to be tackled, and that's what happened. Spurs midfield yesterday didn't produce, and something that the Irish team can learn from with Eriksen. You get in around them, you close them down, and you deny him the space, and you tackle him hard. Sometimes he doesn't have the effect on the game that he can do when he's allowed a bit of freedom.
Yeah, there's always been that question mark, or there used to be that question mark about Eriksen, John, for Spurs.
I think
they were poor
still there, Eamon.
Dele Alli was very poor. He looked as if he was just going through the motions.
Yeah.
Harry Kane looked tired. It's a very demanding season for Spurs, especially in the Champions League group they're in. It's not going to be easy for them to get out. They have to go to Barcelona and win, I think.
Yes.
So it's a very demanding season, and they look as we predicted. I think all three of us thought they couldn't be a title contender. They might now risk top four because they haven't got the strength and depth that's right. needed.
No, they don't, John. They don't.
No, that was a policy they pursued, Eamon. I mean, there was a lot of criticism of that before the start of the season. As Liam said, we talked about it before. With all the matches involved in there, Eamon, you can't go with like 15, 16 top players.
No.
You just can't do it. And I think it's catching up on them now. I mean, they're a very, very good team. There's no doubt they're very good players, but they're very limited in picking and choosing. Like Manchester City squad, even Arsenal squad, they can leave players out. You've got to be able to do that nowadays.
Yeah, and Liverpool
done it.
Liverpool have real depth in their squad. I mean, where's Adam Lallana, for example? They've got real depth in their squad.